What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Sports here, and I'm back with another video. And as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the Anaheim Ducks, what's next for them, and what their off-season plans are going to be like. I read a Sportsnet article earlier, and I really liked what they were talking about, and I kind of wanted to give my thoughts on the situation that Anaheim's in. Obviously, as we know, they fell short of reaching the Stanley Cup final after Nashville defeated them in 6 games. Now, they were really impressive, and we all know the Ducks are always ready to compete every year. They always find a way to make it to the playoffs, and of course, they've had some star players over the years come in and make a big impact, like Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry. They've been there for the long haul, and they have Kessler now and an outstanding D-core. And I just wanted to talk about their offseason that's coming up, because as good as their team is, there's some questions there, and there's going to be some problems they face leading up to expansion and the draft and everything like that. So first, I just want to touch on their unrestricted free agents, just their free agents in general. Me personally, I'm not sure if they're going to re-sign most of these guys. They're some of their low end guys they may re-sign. But Patrick Eaves, he cost them a first round pick, and he probably won't stay. I'd be really surprised if they found a way to keep him there. He was pretty good when he was playing with Getzlaf, but then we all know he got injured. Nate Thompson, Sam Carrick, and Corbinian Holzer will all be free agents as well. I'm not sure. Ducks fans, let me know if you think that they're going to be re-signed. And of course, the Ducks have 2 goalies, Jonas Enroth and Jonathan Bernier, that are both going to be free agents as well. So I want to hear from NHL fans and Ducks fans. What do you think is going to happen with those guys? Do you think there's going to be contracts given out to them? Like I said, I'm not sure if Eaves will be coming back, but you can see some of the depth guys coming back. And with the expansion draft coming up, to be able to protect Gibson, I believe you obviously have to have a second goalie on the roster. So they probably will sign Jonathan Bernier, even though we had like a .800 something save percentage in the playoffs. He wasn't very good, and of course giving up 4 goals on like 16 shots or something crazy in game 6. I don't know. You'll get him for a cheap contract and hope that he plays a little bit better like he did in the regular season. Another thing the Ducks are going to want to do is extend Randy Carlyle. He came in and did a good job after Boudreau was gone, and they looked like they were a better team with Carlyle behind the bench. So him having an extension will probably be something that the Ducks are looking at as well. What a lot of people probably want to know about, and something that I've been intrigued, is how are the Anaheim Ducks going to solve their expansion draft issues? We all have been checking out their defensive core to see how they're going to do it. There's 2 different options, how they can pick forwards. And if you go on the cap-friendly draft expansion tool, you can mess around with Anaheim's roster and see who they're going to protect. But there's a lot of question marks because they're going to have to protect a lot of defensemen, which then leads to them having to possibly make a trade to be able to keep all of their defensemen in the lineup and be able to have that depth that they have. The reason why they're strapped in is because of guys like Getzlaf, Perry, Kessler, and Bieksa all have no movement clauses. Obviously, Getzlaf and Perry are guys that the franchise doesn't really have that much problems with, same with Kessler really. But Kevin Bieksa is a guy that the Ducks have been looked at maybe to buy him out. But since he is 35, I believe he could not be bought, or he can be bought out, but the team will take like a $4.5 million cap hit for buying him out. So that's probably something they don't want to do. That would free up an expansion selection for them, but I don't think that this is where the franchise wants to go and spending money on a buyout like that, even though it would kind of make sense. So since they have these problems protecting all these players, guys like Raquel and Silverberg could be exposed, and on their blue line they could be in danger of losing guys like Fowler, Lindholm, Manson, and Vatanen. Obviously, it's good to have a lot of defensive depth like Anaheim has, but with expansion, this is where it gets a little interesting. Obviously, with this many talented defensemen and the expansion draft coming up, they might have to look at making a trade. And there are obviously a lot of teams that are looking to get defensemen. Defensemen like this do not come cheap in the NHL, and we all know that. So it won't be hard for Anaheim to find trade partners, and I'll give you a couple of ideas of teams that may be interested. On Sportsnet, it says that the Leafs, the Rangers, and the Lightning are teams that would probably be interested in teams that have already had interest, but I would throw the Oilers in that mix as well. Obviously, I think Anaheim wants to keep Fowler after having a great season like he had, but he also is an unrestricted free agent in 2018, and maybe Anaheim feels like they may lose him then, so trading him now would probably get them a lot. They could tell teams, look, we're not trying to trade Fowler. We could probably move somebody else, but we'll listen to your offers because he's a good defenseman, and getting good pieces for him would probably be a good idea for Anaheim. But getting picks and prospects and probably NHL-ready players from teams like Tampa, Toronto, whoever is looking for defensemen, they could also go for the younger guys like Theodore and Montour, and I believe those two are both exempt from expansion. Again, I'll throw it to you guys. Who do you guys think the Anaheim Ducks will trade in that defensive core? If they do, let's see if they can wiggle their way out of it. I mean, it is possible, but let's also remember that the Leafs were scouting at the Preds Ducks game, so there's obviously an option there that could happen. But I would think a team like Tampa probably has a lot of skilled forwards that they could trade over there. They would probably have a pretty nice blockbuster deal if they worked there. Anaheim again, the Oilers are another team, like I said, that could probably do something, and the Rangers are always looking for defensemen, just like the Leafs, so they could also make a pretty good move. So I want to hear what you guys think about those trades. But another guy that's been thrown around is Corey Perry in trade rumors, and I'm not sure that it would be easy to move him because people consider him like a third-line winger now. Even though I personally think he'll have a bounce-back season and return to not maybe full Corey Perry form, I think he'll return back to what he really is, and that's a good scoring NHL player. He may not be elite anymore, but I think he will bounce back. So I'm not sure the Corey Perry trade rumors is a thing that I would really believe, because you're also going to have to dump a lot of cap to another team, and he would also have to waive his no-movement clause. So I'm not sure how that would all work, but I don't think Corey Perry's a guy that Anaheim is looking at trading. So that's what I personally think about Anaheim and what they're probably going to do coming up into the expansion and the draft and everything like that. They should be one of the teams that will be very interesting. If you're a Ducks fan, this is in no way saying, oh, I'm trying to mess around with your team and everything's going to go wrong. No, I'm actually, jealous of the defensive core of the Anaheim Ducks. I would love that as a Leaf fan. The Ducks have a great team, and I'm sure they'll find a way to get back next year again into the playoffs because they are a good team. And this was just my thoughts on maybe things that will happen coming into the off season. And like I said, they had a great run this year, and I'm interested to see what happens. And let me know if you guys want me to do a review on your favorite team or just a specific team in general. Comment anything, video ideas, whatever you guys want. Let me know what you guys think the Anaheim Ducks are going to do in the off season. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Click subscribe if you want to. I want to do some live streaming soon, so look out for that. And go support other YouTubers. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.